Shalom, everybody. Rabbi Edelstein here. Yep, that's me with a special installment for Hanukkah of Rabbi Ian 3, brought to you by Maor DC. Happy Hanukkah to all of you. We all wish you a wonderful, joyous, illuminating, and elevating 8-day period. I'm still digesting the delicious latkes my wife made, and it will be a miracle if I digest them. I'll have to spend many minutes on the treadmill tomorrow to counteract them, but it was delicious, and the first candle is still lit upstairs in our living room. It's the first night of Hanukkah, so let's take a couple of minutes, no more than 2 or 3, to talk about Hanukkah. Hanukkah means dedication. It's a holiday when the context was the Jewish people rededicated the temple to the service of God after the Syrian Greeks had desecrated the temple and before that made decrees trying to stamp out Jewish observance. But more broadly speaking, it's a holiday of our own dedication and rededication to our Jewish heritage, to our Jewish values, to the Torah. We lit a candle tonight, and we'll light a candle every night, and we think of Hanukkah as a festival of quote-unquote lights. It doesn't just mean the light of the menorah we light, or even the light of the menorah in the Beit HaMikdash, the temple that our menorah represents. It's more than that. It's the festival to focus in on the eternal light of the Jewish spirit, of the Jewish neshama, the Jewish soul, which draws its sustenance and illumination from the Torah, which is called light. You know, if you look at the prayers that the great sages wrote about Hanukkah, the addition we add to the Shemona Esrei, when it talks about Hanukkah, we mention something I want to focus on for a second. What was the specific challenge and threat of Hanukkah? It wasn't a threat of extermination. That was Hitler, that was Haman, that was Purim, or Purim, Hitler, Haman. That wasn't Hanukkah. It says in the prayer, and note the words well, the Greek Empire rose up to make your people Israel forget your Torah and compel them to stray from the statutes of your will. Not to destroy the Torah. The Greeks appreciated the wisdom and the beauty of the Torah, but to make us forget it. In other words, to allure us, to enchant us with other pursuits, other forms of wisdom, of the rational use of the mind, of the celebration of the beauty of the body, all those things which are worthy, but that are different than Torah. The challenge was that we would forget the beauty and the depth of our Torah. We would be bewitched by the wisdom that Greece brought to the world, and it brought a certain degree of enlightenment. It's fascinating. Our sages say that symbolically that Greece darkened our eyes. Greece, the great source of enlightenment of the ancient world. And yes, they brought an appreciation for beauty and rationality and investigation and so many things. But that's only in the realm of wisdom, Chokhmah. We Jews have Torah. Torah is something deeper. Torah is something that connects us to the Ratzon Hashem, the will of God. So the challenge of Greece was we would forget our Torah and we'd stray from the statutes of your will. We could be so entranced with other forms of, knowledge or whatever that we'd forget that Torah is in this world in order to connect us to doing the Ratzon Hashem, the will of Hashem. Not just pursuing beauty for beauty's sake or wisdom even just for our own enlightenment, but Torah guides us connects us to Hashem and guides us to understand His will and to do His will in this world. That was a challenge that the civilization that the Greek civilization posed to the Jewish people, and we still have that challenge. There are a lot of things out there that take our attention, whether it's iPads or iPhones or the broader culture around us. Many beautiful things in that culture. But we shouldn't forget the Torah. That's what we should dedicate ourselves in these 8 days to, remembering, not forgetting the beauty, the special quality, the eternity of the Jewish spirit and of our Torah. And that it's a guide that goes far beyond the beauty and the wisdom that other cultures and this world offer us, and allows us to connect directly to the Borei Olam, to the creator of the world, and to do His will. Have a wonderful, beautiful Hanukkah. Let's rededicate ourselves, myself very much included, to learning more, to doing more, to shining, being a light to the nations, to ourselves as well, and to our families and our homes. Have a wonderful Hanukkah.